Hello everyone and welcome to the RLNZ Audi Cup Series for Season 4. We are here at the Daytona International Speedway to start off the season here with the Aldi Shootout. It is the first race of Season 4, but it is a non-points event. And if you win this race, it might give you some confidence heading into the rest of Speed Weeks. And a few changes for this season. And well, for this race, we have 18 drivers ready to go out there and go give it their all. We'll go through the starting lineup, but it'll be rolling on the bottom of your screen. So I'm not waiting for the cars to roll off here before we get to the starting lineup. To make this race, you would have either had to have won a race, or be a pole winner from Season 3, or a former Daytona 500 pole sitter. And that's why you probably be in this race. So anyway, starting lineup, here will be rolling on the bottom of the screen right now. Len Hicks in the number 77 will start on the pole in the DC Solar Toyota. He got a pole at Rockingham last season, and joining him on the front row, Jack Hawkins, who got the pole at Las Vegas last season. Row 2, Reagan Whitlock in the South Florida Motorsports Toyota, their first race as a Toyota team. He got a pole at Talladega, and Dominic Anthony got a pole at Auto Club, and that's why he's in this race. And, some of these guys also won races, but poles, the first thing that they got is the reason why I'm reading them out. Colin Driver in the number 42 moves to William Brock Motorsports part-time. He got a win at Rockingham last year, and joining him is Season 2 Audi Cup Series champion Brandon Bent, and he got a win at Dover last year. Defending Audi Cup Series champion Cyrus McGee returns to the 21. He was the the pole winner at Richmond, and the race winner of Richmond race, Jake Rogers, his teammate. Running out the top 10, we'll go through the top 10 and that's it. Aidan Shepherd in the number 7. He was the Season 2 500 pole sitter, and that's why he's in this race. And Dawson Miller, the number 5 for Nico Tech. He got a pole at Atlanta. So probably just seen the rest of the starting lineup fly by you on the bottom of your screen. 16 laps around Daytona to start off the season, as we await the pace car to pull off down to the pit road. There it goes. And it's Hicks and Pawkins. They will lead us to the green. And there it is. The green flag is out. We are racing in Season 4. And the first lap is completed under green. Len Hicks, the 77, the pole sitter, led the first lap. And the starting lineup, by the way, was randomly generated. So, just in case you were wondering. Colin Driver in the 42. We should really go through some of the changes between teams from previous seasons. Now, Colin Driver was actually not going to be racing in Season 4, but due to an unfortunate circumstance, he was given... Well, not unfortunate for him, but he got put into William Brock Motorsports 42 for 9 races. And maybe more, depending on how things work out. As he's in the middle of a Toyota sandwich, Aidan Shepherd on the inside. I think it was Lan Hicks on the outside that got him. And it was. Lan Hicks drove for Gifford Inc. in Season 2. Went to Cooper Motorsports in Season 3 and has returned to Gifford Inc. for Season 4 in the DC Solar 77 in a fairly similar looking scheme to his Season 2 ride. And I expect this guy to be a real contender this season in terms of the championship. Aidan Shepherd, the number 7, This is his third team in the Audi Cup Series. Ever since he joined the series in Season 2. Shepherd, Season 2 Daytona 500 pole sitter. Drove for CBF Motorsports last year, didn't have a lot of success, but is now driving for RFW Racing in the Stanley Toyota, and as you see, he leads lap 3. Very short race here at Daytona, 16 laps. We're nearing a quarter of the way through the race already, so it'll be very, very quick. Go through the rest of the field, see some other changes now. The 37, that is Annie Thomas. Annie Thomas was the Talladega pole sitter last season, and this isn't really much of a change as we got 4 wide, and this is where they usually crash. They're bumping off each other. Oh, they crash behind! Porkins on his side. Allen in the wall and others. Julio Caesar in the 15. There's the 21 of your defending champion and the Season 2 champion as well. That's Bent, McGee, Simon Nichols. Porkins was on the wall. And we're going through some of the changes between teams over the off-season. Aiden Shepherd is the race leader. We'll take a look at what happened to trigger the first caution of Season 4. So it starts with the Coke 0400 winner from last season, Julio Caesar, and the Michael Waltrip throwback for Gifford Inc. They'll be running that scheme all week. Actually starts up ahead because of that 4 wide, and then they all get really wriggly because I think they're all expecting that those guys ahead will wreck, which isn't the case. So you'll see them all just wriggle a little bit. And all over the place right there. They'll slow down, check up and all that. And then Caesar goes up into Cyrus McGee, goes to the Porkins and Anthony, and it's all on from there. You see Tristan Allen getting a piece of it. Brandon Bent defending out his shootout winner, Eli Bryce. There's Allen hard in the wall. It was actually a very minor wreck. The 04 was the guy that got the absolute most damage. You see Simon Nichols also getting a piece of it. There's the 21, the 15, 27. So a tough break there to start off the season. A lot of damage on a lot of good race cars. And Jack Porkins was on the wall. It was a very scary ride for him. We're going to take it on board with him, and then we'll take you back to the green. On board with Jack Porkins. Look at that. On his side. Scary ride, and you see them all spinning around behind them. Big wreck for Porkins, and for Dominic Anthony as well, who got up in the air in that Quicken Loans car. So anyways, Colin Driver is actually the race leader in the 42. I said it was Aiden Shepherd. It's actually the 42. So yeah, we'll take you back to the green. Coming back to the green this time, we're currently on lap 8, so we'll be restarting on lap 9. Colin Driver is the race leader in the 42. Aiden Shepherd is second. Third is Landon Hicks. Fourth, Reagan Whitlock. And fifth, Annie Thomas. Sixth, Jake Rogers. Seventh, Jonathan King. Eighth, John Andrews. Ninth, defending winner Eli Bright. And 10th is Henry Gore. And everyone is still in the race, which is good to see. Some guys had to come down for repairs. So, we should really go through some of the changes. As I said, Colin Driver, part-time for William Brock Motorsports. He used to drive for Cooper Motorsports. Aiden Shepherd went from CBF Motorsports to RFW Racing. Landon Hicks went from Cooper Motorsports to Gifford Inc. Cooper Motorsports obviously went bankrupt actually at the end of the last season, so that's why they're not in this season. Reagan Whitlock moved from NS Racing to South Florida Motorsports, and that's that team's first race as a Toyota team. Annie Thomas stays at Manly Motorsports but changes numbers from 36 to 37, and that is Manly Motorsports' first race under Dodge. Jake Rogers stays at DW Motorsports. Jonathan King moves from CBF Motorsports to GL Racing, and John Andrews creates his own team that ran in Season 2 but did not run in Season 3. There are others, but we'll go through them as we get back to green. XT24 way down low with a lot of damage on the front, as you might be able to see, but I don't know if that's actually going to affect him or not. Single file for the moment. Lan Hicks trying to get a run. Aiden Shepherd. Is that going to pay off for him? They're 3 wide. Reagan Whitlock made a move to the inside of the 77, and 77 was making a move on the inside of the 7. It's going to pay off beautifully for the 45. He's up to 2nd place. Colin Driver led a bunch of laps in this race last season as well for Cooper Motorsports in the 11, so kind of not surprised to see him up front, as here comes 37. And 04, 21, 40, 12, 15, all understandably falling off the pack a little bit. So the 42, Colin Driver still out in front. Reagan Whitlock trying to get by Landon Hicks to have a shot at the 42, but nothing doing. There's a lot of help on the outside. The 98 and the 7 pushing the 77. Now the 7 goes to the inside, helping the 45, and the 77 is going to... Oh, I thought the 98 was going to make a move there, but he doesn't. And Colin Driver doing a good job holding off the 45, but now the 45 is going to look down low. Reagan Whitlock has never won a Cup Series race. He's the only driver that's been around in every season to have not won a points-paying race. He won Duel 2 in Season 1, but has never won a points-paying race. So, looking for his 2nd Speed Week victory tonight. And that's confidence boost for him. Brandon Benton, who was involved in the last accident, looks fairly okay actually. So he's still got a shot. The Season 2 champion. Look further back there. There's your defending winner, Eli Bright, with Fujitsu, who used to be, who was on the car for all the races last season, but did not have their own individual scheme. Shared it with Siemens, and now they got their own individual scheme. As now the 45 is going to be left hanging as Aiden Shepherd looks to the bottom, but the 45 comes down in front of him. So we only got 5 laps to go. If we have another wreck, it will end the race, because there is no overtime or green-white checkered this season, no matter what the race. Look at the outside lane. Oops, went too far. Colin Driver in the 42 getting a good run on the outside. Here we go. Coming to 4 laps to go. And it's looking like it may be one of these two. Reagan Whitlock getting a run in the 45. Of course, the 45 got that team's only win last season. Or only win for the team ever as well, actually, because South Florida Motorsports haven't won... Oh, have only won 1 race, and that was with Garrett Sonor last season. Looking to get another one here at Daytona in Speed Weeks. Aiden Shepherd trying to make it 3 wide, and that's really bad for Reagan Whitlock, because now he doesn't have a lot of help. See the 42 and the 77 right there pushing each other. Former teammates of the 42 and the 77. And look at the amount of help to the 77. If it weren't for that 3 wide there, I think Whitlock may have led that lap, but he couldn't because there was a lack of help. Trying to get a run down the back. Side by side, the outside lane getting a run again, but the 2 now pushing the 45. If you want some help, the 2 is a pretty good guy, Henry Gore. Fairly good drivers. They're looking 4 wide. Brandon Bent trying to make something happen there in the 27. Coming to 2 laps to go here at the Audi Shootout. At the line, Reagan Whitlock. You see Aiden Shepherd continuing to look to the bottom, but he cannot do anything about this 45 car. See these guys there, the last 3 guys are relying. Andrews, Bright and King have kind of fallen off a little bit, trying to maybe get a run, I don't know. But they're probably not going to win it anyway, so it's going to be one of these two, I think. I think it's going to be the 42 or the 45. It's coming to the white flag. Final lap here in the Audi Shootout. Who is going to win it? Reagan Whitlock in the 45 continues to hold the race lead, but does he get the race win? The 7 with help from Brandon Bett. There goes Shepard down to the bottom. Down the back, side by side. 42 on the outside, 45 in the middle. They're not going to catch the 04, so that's nothing to worry about there. It's going to be side by side finish. 45 with a bit of a run. Here we go. Grandstand finish. Here we go. Side by side, coming to the line, and it's going to be Colin Driver in the 42. I thought the 45 would get him because the 45 just continued to lead laps on that inside lane, but it didn't happen. Colin Driver for William Brock Motorsports wins the Audi Shootout for Season 4. A great way to start off with a new team. And we'll be seeing him, maybe, I guess, in his first race at Phoenix, but because he's not racing this speed week, so nice way to start off with the team though. 42 winning at Daytona. Reagan Whitlock did finish second though, so good start for him with South Florida Motorsports. A number of guys with new teams getting good results. Aiden Shepard, the 7 as well. He finished, what, third? No, fourth. Landon Hicks finished third, so all around, it's a pretty good day for guys making their first start with a new team. Well, I mean, Landon Hicks is technically not a new team, but yeah. Anyways, congratulations to Colin Driver. He's the winner here at the Daytona International Speedway for the Audi Shootout. So we'll see you guys next time for Daytona 500 qualifying. We'll see you then.